Hey everybody, how you doing? Doug Barry here. Appreciate you being with me. Going to hit you with a very quick, encouraging tip and kind of a pro point when it comes to being better prepared. Why have a go bag or a bug out bag in 2024? Why do it? First of all, click the link in the description below. Go on out, get a free download for a actual list of what to do for a bug out bag, for a go bag, for an emergency bag. Call it whatever you want. And there are people who will get carried away and they'll say, oh, this is a conspiracy thing, having a bug out bag. You think you're going to bug out in a crisis of some sort with war and this and that? Okay, first of all, that could happen. Honestly, just look at the world and the way things are unfolding right now. And there's a very real likelihood that sooner or later, someone who's watching this video might be in a situation where you've got to bug out. But let's just look at some really basic ideas here, okay? There are many reasons why I have a bug out bag, why to do this, why to take the time, put the energy and the effort into getting yourself a bag of some sort and loading it with some basic items that are going to help you in an emergency, unforeseen scenarios, or even foreseen scenarios where you might need some of the items in that bag, okay? There's many reasons for this. I'm going to focus on two main reasons. And again, there's so many we could get into. We're going to keep this short to the point. Number one, first reason, why have a bug out bag or an emergency bag, a go bag of some sort? So that you will have items on you that you may need in some sort of crisis. And the crisis can be something as simple as, you know, you need medication, you need something for a headache, you need something for a sprained ankle, you've got to handle some situation where you've got cuts, scrapes, bruises, and you need a med kit, and the med kit is in that bug out bag. So you're going to have some triple antibiotic cream, maybe you're going to have some bandages, maybe even if we're smart, we've got even a tourniquet, you know, an emergency bandage of some sort in case there's a serious laceration, you're out hiking, one of your kids falls, something like this. Having a bag like this that has these items in it can alleviate a lot of stress, and it can help in those situations. It's kind of like having a spare tire in your car in case you get a flat. It seems like common sense. Or having jumper cables, or something like a little NOCO charger or some other battery charger, having those things on hand in your vehicle just in case it happens. I mean, I don't have to jump start my car battery very often, but when I do, if I have to, I've got the device in there. It's a preparedness mindset. So having items on hand that we could use in some sort of scenario, some sort of crisis, is a good thing to do. Whether it's food, whether it's a water filter, whether it's, again, a medical kit, or whether it's something for your children. You've got children, you've got babies, you've got infants, you've got toddlers in your car with you. You know there are situations that arise that it's good to have certain items for. So again, I encourage you to go on out. You just saw it on the screen. It'll come back up here throughout the video, or click the link in the description below and get out there and get yourself the free download. The free download, very simple, easy way to get started, and it starts giving you ideas on what you can put in this bag. Now, again, with these items, point number one, having items with you that you may need in an unforeseen crisis or emergency, some scenario like that, is again, that first reason why. Those items will be they'll change. Let me just put it that way. They'll change as you go through your life. When I was younger and I had children, I was raising 5 children. What we provided, what we prepared for, what we stored up was different than it is now. Because when I'm out and about in my vehicle, I do not have small children with me, hardly ever, sometimes grandchildren, but I look at it differently now. So the arrangement is different. The scenario is different. So the items that you're going to have in the bag are going to vary based on certain circumstances and chapters of your life. That being said, there will be some items that you're just going to want to have all the time, no matter what. Like, again, a good med kit with a tourniquet and so forth and so on. But the second reason, okay, the second reason to have a bag, a go bag, emergency bag, bug out bag, is so that you start to develop a different way of thinking, all right? And the way of thinking that leans toward the idea of being better prepared across the board with many other things. Now, this is an important thing to consider and really think about. And I think in some ways it's more important than the first point. I mean, the first point makes sense, doesn't it, right? I mean, I keep a flashlight with me all the time, and I keep a flashlight in my bug out bag in my vehicle. So I've always got light with me. Little battery chargers, you know, things like this. We got little battery bricks, chargers like this. You know, I may keep a water filter like so in there as well. Might keep a pepper gel, pepper spray type of item in there as well. All these things I do have in my bug out bag, and more so. it's good to have those things. But if my way of thinking is not a preparedness style way of thinking, then while those items are good, it doesn't necessarily move me to, I guess, a more responsible position. And what I mean by that, without overthinking this or getting too heady on this, is this. In life, we know we're going to run into ideas, or excuse me, I shouldn't say ideas. We're going to run into situations that are going to be challenging. We always are. That's going to happen. We're always going to do that. Could be a crisis situation. You're driving down the road and rain hits, and pretty soon you're stranded and you're on the road and you can't go forward or backward because streams are overflowing and roads are flooding and you're in a tough situation. These types of things can happen in life, whether it's storms, whether it's breakdown of a vehicle, snowstorm, blizzard, whatever. So having the mindset in general, not just the bag with materials in it, but the mindset of being able to deal with the crisis and figure it out. That not only will serve you, but it'll serve the people around you. Having the mindset that says, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to be mobile. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to do what I have to do. And that mindset then, when people know that you have it, makes you a great gift to others. You know, St. John Paul II always talked about that, making a gift of ourselves to other people. Now, the idea of having a good way of thinking when it comes to a crisis situation, being calm, being able to assess a situation because you have the items maybe in a go bag or other things. And in addition to that, your way of thinking is adapting to the idea that, hey, there are problems that come up in life that catch us off guard. I want to be the type of person that can deal with them, and other people can then count on me for that. I want to be a gift to others. And a gift even in this area where people can rely on me. You know, when you watch any crisis movie or docudrama of some sort, you'll always see when something really hits the fan, you've got personalities of people in these scenarios that are calm, they think through, and they figure things out. They don't panic so quickly, they don't get anxious. And then you've got people out there who do break down and they freak out. And sometimes they can create such a problem for everybody else in the picture there, in that scenario, that it creates not only fear and anxiety, but it can also lead to more trouble, depending upon what the scenario is, whatever that crisis may be. So being the type of people that can think through things is important. And that's something we want to give to other people, isn't it? Especially if you're a parent, you know, husbands, you know, wives, mothers, fathers, you know that when you have a spouse and you have loved ones, people who are counting on you and they're looking up to you, and then something bad happens and you melt down, everybody looking at you for support, leadership, and help, can't rely on you. So why have a go bag? Why, when I encourage you to go out, click that link in the description, get the free download. It's free. It's a checklist. It gets you started. What it does is it gives you, number one, first point, the items that are going to be helpful when it comes to a crisis. This hopefully motivates you to do this. And once you get that list, that checklist will give you the items right off the bat that you can start with. And then you'll adapt it. Again, you'll adjust it, you'll tweak it based on your scenario, your family, your circumstances, your geography. If you're you know, in a cold weather state in the wintertime, you're going to have certain things in your vehicle that you might not have if you're in Texas or Alabama or Florida. All right. So these things are all practical, common sense pieces of the picture to consider. So getting that checklist, getting that free download, getting started. That's number one. But number two, remember, this then expands the way we think. And the way we think then hopefully is that we become more of a preparedness mindset that helps other people be able to rely on us. Because it won't stay just in a go bag in your car, that mindset. It'll go to other things in your home, things that you carry on your person, EDC, everyday carry. What you carry on you when you're away from your vehicle, when you're away from your house. And if something happens and you can't get to your vehicle, can't get to your house, do you have items on you that will allow you to accomplish what needs to be done at that time? And if you've got people that you have to care for, will they be able to rely on you for that? Anybody out there who's ever packed a diaper bag, let's just use that as an example, knows what I mean by this. You know what I mean. You know what I mean by this. You do. Because we pack a diaper bag for our kids, and we know that if certain kids need this, they need that. And then as the ages change, this and this, well, then we start learning and tweaking based on that. And then our children can rely on us. And our spouse relies on us because we thought, oh, did you bring that? Yes, I did. I packed it. And you know what? I was thinking maybe this might be. And so I brought this too. Good idea. I'm glad I can count on you. So again, getting the go bag is a starting point. Everything that we offer at BR Coalition, you can go out to our website, brcoalition.com, check out all the other stuff that we have. We have some great things out there to help you in other areas of preparedness, spiritually as well as naturally. And we've got to cover both. We've got to cover both. We've got to cover both the spiritual aspect and the natural aspect. You know, when we're given in Scripture and the church's teachings on the corporal and spiritual works of mercy, we need to do both. Spiritual and corporal works of mercy. We need to be spiritually and corporally, meaning of the flesh, or naturally prepared. So go to brcoalition.com, check out more on that. But get out there right now, get that free download, that checklist of a bug out bag, and get started. Remember those 2 points. Number one, we have items with us then that will be helpful in some sort of unforeseen crisis or situation that, you know, it's going to be good to have a few different things that would help us get through that. That checklist provides a great starting point to decide what you want to put in that bag. And number two, the mindset. Let's change our mindset. Let's change our attitude. We see things happening all around us. And I'll leave you with this. You check out the news every day and you see constant, whether it's a cyber attack or the constant warning of the World War III. We hear about power grids and natural disasters. It's hurricane season kicking off at the time I record this. There are always things in the news that tell us that we need to be on our guard. We need to be on our toes. We need to be better prepared. So go out to brcoalition.com, brcoalition.com. Check out the materials, the items, the things that we offer there. Click the link in the description. Go out and get that free checklist for your bug out bag. Get started, get the items that you need, start adjusting the way we think, and then we ultimately become a better gift to those people around us, because then they can count on us because we're people who can adjust, we can adapt, we can pivot, and that makes us reliable. All right. I appreciate you being with me. Share this with others. All right. Subscribe, share, like. You know how it goes. Let's get the information out to others to help other people be better prepared. God bless and strengthen you. We'll see you again soon.